Welcome back to Caring About Seniors on Buzz TV. I'm your host, Mike White, and on Caring About Seniors, we meet with businesses in our community that are caring and providing services to our senior community. Join us today, we have Laurie Bulus and Al Bagocius, and Laurie is with Ride Independent Driving Evaluation and Rehab. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me about your company and what services you provide.
Sure. I'm an occupational therapist and driving rehab professional, and I perform comprehensive driving assessments and also adaptive driving lessons. So I target people of all ages, but of course today we're talking about how I help seniors in either maintaining their ability to stay behind the wheel or finding alternate methods to help them obtain transportation services.
How did you get started in this business?
Well, I'm an occupational therapist with 25 years of experience, and I discovered a need in my area, which I'm in the Flagler County and Volusia County area, that no one is providing these services currently. So I've been working some home health jobs, and I would get clients or family members asking about how to keep them safe behind the wheel. So where to go, where to turn. So I discovered the need for this business and hence started it myself.
Wow. One of the things I want to ask you is, take me down the road with somebody who feels uncomfortable about their family member driving.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
It's always a difficult conversation to have because as an occupational therapist, first and foremost, I want to help people maintain their independence. Especially with seniors, we know that lack of transportation helps them to disengage from society and also being able to meet their needs, getting to the pharmacy, getting to the store, and getting to desired activities. So it's something I take very seriously. However, safety trumps that. So my recommendation to those individuals who are inquiring is to get a fitness to drive test, and that's what I can provide. So I will work alongside with their medical doctor and follow the guidelines put forth for the State of Florida Motor Vehicle Agency and perform a comprehensive assessment right in their own home. And I provide tests of all their sensory functions, so vision, hearing, whether they can feel the skin in their feet or what we call proprioception, to feel the gas pedal and the brake pedal, their reaction time, their cognitive skills, basically everything that goes into driving. And then the second part of that test is actually getting them behind the wheel, on the road, in their actual community and assessing their safety.
Wow, that's great. And one of the things that's going to happen when this film hits the air is they want to know your phone number.
Yes.
So please tell us that.
That's 844-743-3768.
Wonderful.
What is the most exciting part of the service you provide to the senior community?
I will find a lot of individuals that are having difficulty from age-related conditions or medical conditions that affect motor skills primarily that they'll notice first. For example, diabetic neuropathy, where they can no longer feel their feet accurately to hit the gas and pedal. Some people will think that that requires them to retire driving. However, very exciting for me to show them alternate ways to drive. So for example, using hand controls for the gas and brake. And I can sustain someone's driving for 20, 30 years just by introducing a piece of adaptive equipment that they were not aware of.
And Al, you have a personal story that you'd like to share about your father.
I do. My father-in-law loved his car. His last car was a Mercury Marquis. And every Saturday morning, he would take his wife to the hairdresser. And through macular degeneration, taking left turns when he didn't see the car coming and having accidents, lost his license. So what could you have done to help him in that situation?
Correct. There are two areas that are kind of difficult to work around. There are workarounds for many things. However, in the state of Florida, there are minimum visual requirements.
Okay.
So when someone hits the point of becoming low vision, we're not permitted to use any strategies to help them in Florida.
Okay.
Now, there are in other states something called bioptic vision, where it's basically a telescope to use their preserved vision to help them for distance driving. We're not permitted in Florida, however. But there are some visual conditions that with proactive health screening, if they manage them well, they can still continue driving. So for example, diabetic retinopathy is one of those conditions.
Okay.
If that condition is caught early enough, it's something that they could have treated and preserve driving. Okay.
Well,
Wonderful.
And then cognition was the other area I was going to mention. So it's interesting to see, but it's true that individuals, even in early stages of Alzheimer's or with mild cognitive impairment, it's not a complete absolute that they stop driving. But I would need to screen such individuals and probably every 6 months check their status to determine safety.
Well, Laurie, I appreciate you coming on and sharing with us information about your company, and thank you for all you do for our community
Thank
and
you
seniors.
very much. Thanks for having me.
To find out more about Laurie and the amazing things she could do for the senior community, visit us at iwantabuzz.com. We'll see you next time on Caring About Seniors.